John Tavares is a Canadian professional ice hockey center who currently serves as the captain of the New York Islanders of the National Hockey League. He was selected first overall by the Islanders in the 2009 NHL Entry Draft. Previously, Tavares competed at the major junior level as a member of the Oshawa Generals of the Ontario Hockey League before being traded to the London Knights at the 2009 OHL trading deadline along with Michael Del Zotto. Tavares broke into the OHL after gaining exceptional player status at the age of 14, allowing the Generals to select him in the OHL Priority Draft as an underage player in 2005. Tavares was named the Canadian Hockey League Rookie of the Year in 2006 and CHL Player of the Year in 2007. In 2009, he finished the season with a career total of 215 goals, breaking Peter Lee's OHL record by 2. Tavares was the focus of an unsuccessful push to have the NHL's draft rules changed to allow him to participate in the 2008 entry draft, as well as an attempt to allow him to play in the American Hockey League as a 17-year-old in 2007. Tavares was ranked as the top prospect for the 2009 draft by both the NHL Central Scouting Bureau and International Scouting Services. Tavares has represented Canada at 5 International Ice Hockey Federation-sanctioned events, including the 2010 and 2011 World Championships. At the under-20 level, he won gold medals at the 2008 and 2009 World Junior Ice Hockey Championships. He was named the most valuable player of the 2009 tournament after scoring 8 goals and 15 points in 6 games. He also participated in the 2006 IIHF World U18 Championships, but failed to medal. Additionally, Tavares represented Team Ontario at the 2006 World U17 Hockey Challenge and 2007 Super Series. On January 7, 2014, he was named to the 2014 Canadian Olympic hockey team, winning a gold medal at the 2014 Winter Olympics despite an injury preventing him from participating in the nation's final 2 games. Personal life: Tavares was born on September 20, 1990 in Mississauga, Ontario, to Barbara and Joe Tavares, who were of Polish and Portuguese descent, respectively. His maternal grandparents Bolesław and Josephine Cole immigrated from Poland to Sudbury, Ontario, and his paternal grandparents Manuel and Dorothea Tavares immigrated from Portugal to Toronto. At a young age, Tavares moved to Oakville, Ontario. This is where he was first exposed to minor hockey via the Minor Oaks Hockey Association. Tavares also played soccer and lacrosse, and his highly competitive nature often led him to fight with other players. Tavares excelled at lacrosse, following in the footsteps of his uncle John Tavares, the all-time scoring leader in the National Lacrosse League, and was a ball boy for his uncle's NLL team, the Buffalo Bandits. The younger Tavares credits his uncle with teaching him the importance of remaining unselfish, stating that what he learned by following his uncle with the Bandits has made him better both as a person and a hockey player. Many skills he learned in lacrosse such as spinning off checks and battling in traffic transferred to ice hockey and improved Tavares' abilities as a goal scorer. In Oakville, Tavares attended St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Secondary School. He lived 5 minutes from Sam Garner, who later signed a contract with the Edmonton Oilers, and the two quickly established a friendship. Garner's father, former National Hockey League player Dave Garner, built a backyard ice rink on which Tavares spent much of his time honing ice hockey skills. In the OHL, Tavares placed an emphasis on his education, earning honors as well as the Oshawa Generals Scholastic Player of the Year in 2007 08. Tavares also spends some of his time working with the Special Olympics. Minor and junior hockey: Tavares played minor ice hockey with the Oakville Rangers of the Ontario Minor Hockey Association. He showed such promise as a hockey player that when he was 7, his parents moved him up one age group and he began playing with older children. From there, he moved on to the Mississauga Braves of the Greater Toronto Hockey League. After playing the 1998 Euro 99 season with the Braves novice team, Tavares moved to the Mississauga Senators of the GTHL the following season. With the Senators' AAA Minor Atom team, Tavares won the GTHL Minor Atom Championship in the 1999 Euro 2000 season. Tavares eventually moved to the Toronto Marlboros of the GTHL. During the 2003 Euro 04 season, Tavares was teammates with Sam Garner of the Edmonton Oilers. That season, Tavares scored 95 goals and 187 points in 90 games and led the Marlborough's Bantam team to the 2004 Bantam AAA Provincial Hockey Championships, where the Marlboroughs defeated Drew Doughty and the London Junior Knights 5-0 in the championship game. Tavares scored 1 goal in the game and was named the tournament's top forward. The following season, Tavares joined the Marlborough's minor midget team, where he recorded 91 goals and 158 points in 72 games. For his achievements, Tavares shared the Buckhull Award with Brian Cameron, in recognition of outstanding on-ice performance, leadership and loyalty. During the season, he also played 16 games with the Milton Equihawks of the Ontario Provincial Junior Hockey League, during which he recorded 11 goals and 23 points. Tavares' debut with the Equihawks came while he was only 13, making him one of the youngest players to ever play junior hockey. Ontario Hockey League Tavares petitioned to gain eligibility to play Major Junior in the OHL in the spring of 2005. As OHL rules did not allow for players under the age of 15 to be drafted, the league introduced an exceptional player clause, allowing the 14-year-old Tavares to be drafted 1 year sooner than he would otherwise have been eligible. Consequently, Tavares is the youngest player to ever be drafted in the OHL, although Bobby Orr was signed and had played at a younger age. The Canadian Hockey League, the umbrella organization which governs major junior hockey in Canada, sent a proposal to Hockey Canada, recommending that the rule be expanded across junior hockey, which eventually was granted. To date, only 4 other players, Aaron Ekblad, Connor McDavid, Sean Day and Joseph Fleno, have been granted the same status. The Oshawa Generals held the first pick in the 2005 draft, and they selected Tavares, earning him the Jack Ferguson Award, which is given to the player picked first overall in the OHL Priority selection. Tavares played his first OHL game on September 23, 2005, scoring his first OHL goal in a game held just 3 days after his 15th birthday. He showed he could play in the OHL immediately, scoring 10 goals in his first 9 games with the Generals, and finished the 2005 Euro 06 season with 77 points, including 45 goals. Tavares was named to the OHL's All-Rookie team, and won both the Ames Family Award and CHL Rookie of the Year awards as the top first-year player in both the OHL and CHL respectively. As a 16-year-old in 2006 Euro 07, Tavares was selected to represent the OHL for 2 games in January for the annual ADT Canada-Russia Challenge, including 1 game in Oshawa. Later that month, on January 25, 2007, Tavares registered a 7-point night in a 9-6 win versus the Windsor Spitfires. He scored 4 goals and 3 assists, including his 50th goal of the season in his 44th game. Towards the end of the season, on March 16, 2007, Tavares recorded his 70th and 71st goals of the season, breaking Wayne Gretzky's OHL record for most goals by a 16-year-old. He was awarded the Red Tilson Trophy as the most outstanding player in the league, and named the CHL Player of the Year. Tavares scored 40 goals in 59 games for the Generals during the 2007 Euro 08 season, while his 118 points was placed him third in OHL scoring. Tavares led the OHL in scoring until he missed several games to participate with Team Canada at the 2008 World Junior Ice Hockey Championships. As Tavares was participating in the 2009 World Junior Ice Hockey Championships, it was speculated that the Generals were ready to trade him to the London Knights. Tavares' future with the Generals had been questioned since the beginning of the season, as the Generals were not expected to seriously contend for the championship, while the Knights were among the league leaders. The deal was made official on January 8, 2009, as Oshawa sent Tavares, Michael Del Zotto and Darryl Borden to the Knights, in exchange for Scott Valentine, Christian Thomas, Michael Zador and 6 draft picks. Tavares made his debut with the Knights on January 11 against the Mississauga St. Michael's Majors. Making his return to Oshawa at the 2009 CHL Top Prospects game as captain of Team Orr, he recorded an assist in a 6-1 win over Team Cherry, but injured his shoulder after Zach Kassian of the Peterborough Petes checked him behind the net. On March 8, 2009, Tavares set the OHL goal-scoring record with his 214th goal, passing the previous record held by Peter Lee. The next day, he received his third OHL Player of the Week recognition of the season. National Hockey League. Although he was born 5 days after the September 15 cutoff date for eligibility in the 2008 NHL Entry Draft, there was a significant effort made to allow Tavares into the draft. Following his 72-goal campaign in 2006 Euro 07, Tavares' agents asked the NHL and NHL Players Association to make an exception for Tavares similar to the one the OHL had made in 2005. The attempt was unsuccessful, however, and Tavares was forced to wait until 2009 to participate in the league entry draft. In October 2007, however, it was reported that then Toronto Maple Leafs general manager John Ferguson, Jr., had offered the 17-year-old Tavares a spot with the team's American Hockey League affiliate, the Toronto Marlies. Like the NHL, however, the AHL declined to amend its bylaws, and Tavares subsequently returned to the OHL. The NHL International Scouting Services ranked Tavares as the top draft prospect in the world, ahead of defenseman Victor Hedman, forward Magnus Parkkaransi Jarkkaransi RVI Svensson and forward Matt Duchene in its March 2009 update. The 2009 draft class was led by Tavares, who was taken first overall by the New York Islanders. New York Islanders =. On July 15, 2009, Tavares signed a 3-year, entry-level contract with the Islanders. His first NHL game was in the preseason in a game against the Edmonton Oilers. He spent 22 minutes and 50 seconds on the ice alongside linemates Doug Weight and Sean Bergenheim during the Islanders' 3-2 loss. Weight, a veteran NHLer, said that, "John's going to be a big piece of an Islander rebuilding effort." Tavares scored his first career NHL goal and assist in his first ever professional game, scoring on a backhander against Marc-Andre Copyright Fleury of the Pittsburgh Penguins on October 3, 2009. Tavares led NHL rookies in scoring throughout much of his first season. In December 2009, Tavares scored 5 consecutive Islanders goals over a 4-game span to tie the club record for most consecutive goals by one player. He scored an empty net goal against the Atlanta Thrashers on December 3, and both Islanders goals on both December 9 against the Philadelphia Flyers and December 10 against Toronto. The record was originally set by Brian Trottier, when he scored 5 consecutive goals in a 1982 game against Philadelphia. At the end of the season, Tavares finished second in rookie scoring, behind Matt Duchene, with a total of 54 points. As New York opened up their season at home against the Dallas Stars on October 9, 2010, Tavares suffered a mild concussion late during the first period. The Stars' Adam Burish bumped into Tavares, and the latter was unable to return to the game. He scored his first career hat-trick on October 23, 2010, in a loss to the Florida Panthers. He then scored his second career hat-trick, as well as his first career natural hat-trick, on January 15, 2011, in a win against the Buffalo Sabres. On September 14, 2011, Tavares signed a 6-year, $33 million extension with the Islanders. He is scheduled to become an unrestricted free agent in July 2018. After being held pointless in the first 2 games of the 2011 Euro 12 season, Tavares had back-to-back 4-point games against the Tampa Bay Lightning and New York Rangers. From December 29, 2011, to January 21, 2012, Tavares had 21 points in a 12-game point streak, 7 of which were multi-point games. He was selected to play in the 2012 NHL All-Star Game. In his first career All-Star Game, he recorded 1 goal and 1 assist. Additionally, during the 2011 Euro 12 season, Tavares was named as an alternate captain for New York. Tavares played with Mark Street in Switzerland for SC Bern while the 2012 Euro 13 NHL lockout took place. During the shortened 2012 Euro 13 season, Tavares was third in the NHL with 28 goals. He helped the Islanders reach the playoffs for the first time since 2007, scoring 47 points in 48 games. Tavares was also named a finalist for the 2013 Hart Memorial Trophy, awarded to the NHL's Most Valuable Player, on May 10, 2013. Tavares scored his first career NHL playoff goal against Pittsburgh goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury in Game 3 of the 2013 Stanley Cup playoffs. He would finish with 3 goals and 5 points in 6 games as the Islanders were ultimately eliminated by the Penguins. On September 10, 2013, Tavares was introduced as the 14th captain in New York Islanders history, replacing former Islander Mark Street of the Philadelphia Flyers, who served as team captain since 2011. On February 19, 2014, during the 2014 Winter Olympics, he suffered a torn medial collateral ligament and a torn meniscus in his knee during the quarter-final game against Latvia, forcing him to miss the remainder of the Olympics as well as the remainder of the Islanders' season. At the time of his injury, Tavares was third in the NHL with 66 points in 59 games. The following season, he was selected for the 2015 NHL All-Star Game, along with teammate Jaroslav Halak. Tavares finished the 2014 Euro 15 NHL season as runner-up for the Art Ross Trophy with 86 points, 1 point behind Dallas Stars forward Jamie Benn. On April 19, 2015, Tavares scored 15 seconds into overtime against Washington Capitals goaltender Braden Holtby in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals of the 2015 playoffs. The goal, which gave the Islanders a 2-1 victory, was the first game-winning overtime goal in the playoffs for the Islanders since 1993. Despite this, however, the Capitals won the series in 7 games. Tavares scored the first regular season goal for the Islanders at Barclays Center in a 3-2 overtime loss to the Chicago Blackhawks during the first game of the 2015-16 NHL season. International play. Junior. During his rookie season in the OHL, Tavares competed for Team Ontario in the 2006 World U17 Hockey Challenge in Saskatchewan as a 15-year-old, but failed to medal. Later that year, at the end of the 2005 Euro 06 season, he was selected to join Canada's under-18 team for the 2006 IIHF World U18 Championships in Sweden, but failed to medal once more, falling to the Czech Republic in the bronze medal game. Later in the off-season, he was invited to the under-18 team's summer training camp to prepare for the 2006 Ivan Linka Memorial Tournament in the Czech Republic and Slovakia, though an injury ultimately prevented him from participating. During the following season, Tavares was invited to Canada's National Junior Selection Camp in preparation for the 2007 World Junior Championships, but was not named to the final roster. After completing his second OHL season, however, Tavares was named to the Canada's junior team for the 2007 Super Series against Russian junior players. He scored 4 goals and 1 assist as Canada won the series 7-0-1. Tavares earned another invite to the selection camp for the 2008 World Junior Championships and made the final roster for the tournament on his second attempt. He scored 4 goals to help Canada to its 4th straight gold medal in the competition. Returning the next year, along with Zach Boychuk, P.K. Subban and Thomas Hickey from the previous year's gold medal winning team, Tavares was selected to compete in the 2009 World Junior Championships in Ottawa. He scored 3 points in the first round-robin game against the Czech Republic, an 8-1 win, and was named player of the game. In the final round-robin game against the United States, Tavares scored a hat-trick for his 12th career goal of the tournament to tie Eric Lindros and Jeff Carter for the all-time Canadian junior record. In doing so, Tavares helped propel Canada to a 7-4 win that gave them the top spot in their pool and a subsequent bye to the tournament's semi-final. He was also named player of the game for the second time in the tournament for his performance on the night. Meeting Russia in the semi-final and down 5-4 with less than 10 seconds left in regulation, Tavares fought off 2 Russian players along the boards and backhanded a shot towards the goal. The shot was blocked by defenseman Dmitry Kulikov a few feet in front of the net, but after the puck came loose, teammate Jordan Abel retrieved it and sent it into the right side of the net to dramatically tie the game with 5.4 seconds left. Then, as the game was forced into a shootout, Tavares scored to put Canada up to a Euro-0 in the tiebreaker and into the gold medal game against Sweden. Recording an assist in the final, he helped Canada defeat the Swedes 5-1 to capture their fifth straight gold medal. Tavares finished the tournament with 8 goals and 7 assists for 15 points in 6 games, second only to teammate Cody Hodgson in tournament scoring. Tavares was also named one of the top 3 players on the Canadian team by its coaching staff, as well as a tournament all-star, top forward and MVP. Senior equals. As the New York Islanders failed to qualify for the playoffs in Tavares' rookie season in the NHL, he was selected to the Canadian men's team for the 2010 IIHF World Championship in Germany. Canada General Manager Mark Messier made a specific effort to assemble a young team. As a result, Tavares was one of 5 teenagers on the final roster. With 7 goals in 7 games, Tavares led all tournament players in goal scoring. Despite recording no assists, he ranked 5th in points. He helped Canada to the quarter-final against Russia, where they were defeated 5-2. The following year, Tavares returned to the national team for the 2011 IIHF World Championship in Slovakia. He improved to 9 points over 7 games with 5 goals and 4 assists to lead Canada in scoring. He ranked 5th among all tournament players for the second consecutive year. As Canada again reached a quarter-final, they were eliminated once more by Russia, losing to a Euro-1. Tavares was chosen by coaches as one of the 3 best players on Team Canada, along with defenseman Alex Pietrangelo and forward Andrew Ladd. Tavares played for SC Bern in Switzerland during the 2012 Euro-13 NHL lockout and quickly became the post-finance top scorer, tallying 42 points a Euro including 17 goals a Euro in just 28 games. He also played for Team Canada at the 2012 Spengler Cup, which the nation ultimately won after defeating HC Davos in the final. At the 2014 Winter Olympics, Tavares injured his knee in Canada's quarter-final match, rendering him unable to play for the remainder of the tournament as well as the 2013 Euro-14 NHL season. Playing style. Tavares has been praised by his coaches for his ability to anticipate the play since he joined the OHL. A lack of speed had been the most common criticism of Tavares' play, something he spent his junior career attempting to improve. Tavares' skating speed is something he greatly improved since turning professional, and his speed is no longer considered an issue on the ice. The media hype he has encountered has led Tavares to remain guarded when speaking to the media, while his teammates and family attempt to shield him from the spotlight where they can. However, Tavares is regarded as a natural leader on the ice, and a player who puts his team first. The Oshawa Generals named Tavares their team captain in 2008, while he also served as the alternate captain with the Canadian junior team in 2009. Awards. Career statistics. Regular season and playoffs international References. External links, career statistics and player information from NHL.com, or the Internet Hockey Database.